just go part way. So you got a little bit of resistance. And you can see we've just got to go away at the top. That's not too bad there. We'll go a little bit more.
Rob, how you going, mate?
Good, Tim, yourself?
Mate, fantastic to be out here in the paddock with you again.
Good fun, isn't it?
Mate, it is, particularly with someone who's a master of their craft. Now, you put a lot of fences in by yourself, and you've got gear that allows you to work on your own, like the Thor post driver on the skid steer.
Yep.
It's pretty innovative stuff.
Yeah.
I've noticed you go with a lot of Rotec gear for your end assemblies and your gate fittings as well, mate. Why is that?
Yeah. Oh, speed,
right.
Efficiency, safety.
Those three things are pretty important, aren't they, mate? Speed, efficiency and safety.
Yeah.
Speed's
exactly.
obvious. You can make more money, can't you?
Exactly.
You get more Ks of fences done.
Yep.
Safety, if you're by yourself, you don't want to be welding?
No, you don't want to be welding too much if it's dry.
Yep.
You'll get a spark, can start a fire. So we choose not to weld when it's dry conditions as is. We don't want to start a fire.
And I suppose there's a lot of bolt-on kits. What makes this kit more efficient than most, mate?
Simplicity, simple, easy to work with, easy to put together. You can do it by yourself. Other kits, you feel like you need 3 hands to put them together. These, not a problem on your own.
Now I did notice, we'll go through a few tips. I did notice when you were putting the top bracket on, you kept the bolt without the nut in the bracket so that you had immediately somewhere to put your top brace.
Yep.
You immediately connected that first before you thought about putting on your second half of the bracket. And when you put the second half of your bracket on, you start at the back and then just swing it shut onto the bolt.
Yeah.
Everything's all in one place, isn't it?
Yep.
Now, let's have a look at what's below this, down at our feet. You've done something interesting with the cable. Let's have a look at that.
No worries.
Now, most people would loop the cable loop around the post. You've looped the cable loop around itself. Talk me through why you would do that with horses.
So horses are a pretty curious animal. What he'll do is he'll come and have a look at it and he'll start pawing and playing around and tendency of ripping shoes off. And it's nice and neat. Looks good.
Now there's another advantage to tying on your bottom cable this way, and that is that you can actually use this as a temporary brace on changes of direction before you get yourself set up.
Yeah, so you just use it as a dummy setup. So up the fence line here we've got another strainer, a single strainer, just an inline post.
Yep.
We're going to fence to that point at this time, and then later on the farmer will continue the line. So what we'll do is we'll take this setup and we'll put it on that post, and then we'll put our fence to this post.
Yep.
And then later on down the track, when he wants to continue this line, we can just take this setup out and reuse.
I've seen a lot of people, even some contractors, making the mistake of not bracing a midline strainer and straining up to it and tying it off. It makes an absolute mess of the job, doesn't it?
Yeah, unprofessional, because it doesn't take a lot of weight to pull your strainer over.
No.
When you've got all your wires and everything tight, there's 2.5 tonne of pull on that strainer.
So by looping the cable around itself, you can literally take that cable off any configuration of midline strainer post when the fence has already been strained up and put on.
Yep. Saving money.
Now, top brace, mate. A lot of people get confused about where to put the top brace on your end assembly, and I notice you're very particular about it. You've got your post marking guide here. The red lines are for the fence wire, and your big black X is for where your top brace collar goes.
Yep.
Ideal position, mate, is it 700, 750, 690, 820, or do you just look at the wires?
I just keep it simple.
Yep.
And
I
so,
like simple.
as you can see on this side here, this is our top plane.
So that's the top plane,
where
we've your ring lock's going to
where
come up to.
where a top plane and hinge joint or ring lock is going to come to.
Yep.
And then our next wire will be down around here somewhere.
So you've got your 2 barb or your 2 plane,
2 barb.
and then you've got the top of your prefab mesh,
Yep.
and then you've got your collar.
Then you got your collar. Yep.
A lot of people make a mistake and put the collar up too high, don't they? And then they get jacking end assemblies.
Yep.
It's much better to keep your collar low, isn't
Keep it low. Yep. Stay low.
Yeah, stay low.
Stay low.
Stay low.
It'll help hold your post. As you say,
Yep.
if you come up too high, they do have a tendency, if you're up too high, they can jack out of the ground.
Yeah, right.
The lower, the better. And this way, it stops this stay from being in your road when you're wanting to tie off your knots, especially when it comes to your hinge
100%.
joint.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
'cause-
you're making the job easier for yourself later on if you think about the location of your top stay bracket carefully.
Yep. Yep.
But keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Now, some people don't put tech screws in their top collar. You do. What's the reason for the tech screws? Is it adding strength?
Doesn't add strength, but it stops the bracket from getting a twist or a turn on it or jiggling around and coming a bit loose later on.
So if something hits the fence and it vibrates a bit, you can get a little bit of vibrational movement in that top collar. It's not because it's weak, it's just because no matter how tight you do it up, it's going to have a little bit of movement when you hit it with a hammer.
Yep.
These tech screws are just to hold it steady, aren't they?
Yeah, that's all they're doing. There's no extra strength to them. It's just to hold it in place.
So worth doing.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Well, mate, thanks heaps for the great tips, as always.
Not a problem.
From a man who knocks out kilometres and kilometres of fencing. Often you're working with your son James, sometimes you work alone. You
Yep.
can do it either way if you choose the right gear like this Rotex stuff. Some fantastic tips for us today. If you like fantastic tips and you've got a mate who likes fantastic tips, send them this video. It's how the channel grows. And make sure you hit the subscribe button because then people think it's worth watching. And we'll see you with something else next week, mate.
All right, let's get into it.
Now, locating your top brace, you pre-mark all of your posts.
Yep.
And with your post marking guide, you've got a red line for where the wires are going, and you've got a black X for where the brace for the top brace go. Said something about the pub with the best beer.
It's nearly that time. We just got to do this
said
and weld
something
some
about
gates on it, and then we'll pack
All
up.
right, all
Oh, you got to do that too, haven't you?
No, I'm not doing that.
Righto.
I'm having beer.
Righto.
Yeah, is that all right?
Righto. That's fine with me. Don't tempt me with a good
Like
time.
and subscribe because we stuff around too much and we get everything wrong. And oh my God, we're going to start again.
Righto.
Okay.
Well, you're going to start with that.